If you are serious about scaling your meta ads in 2025, you absolutely cannot afford to treat creator content like an afterthought. People keep saying that UGC is dead, but I'm here to tell you that is simply not true. What has actually changed is what works. After digging through dozens of successful campaigns, I know that creator-driven content is still one of the best performers on Meta, provided it evolves. Whether you're a creative strategist, a media buyer, or a creator looking for the inside scoop, I am going to walk you through how to create content that converts.
We are going to cover how to do this at scale without burning through your entire creative budget.
Quick note before we dive in. Drop your niche in the comments, and I will personally recommend a few specific UGC formats that could work for your brand. The reason creator content still matters so much in 2025 is because people crave human connection above everything else. Ads that feel like someone just pressed record and started talking to a friend often beat highly polished commercial spots in many categories. In a cross-brand analysis I recently ran, creator content consistently made up over half of the top performing creatives on the Meta platform. For brands that are spending 7 figures a month, that share was actually even higher than the average. The consistent trend across all winners is that authenticity combined with the right delivery equals performance. That said, authenticity is not just a magic word you can slap on a script and then call it a day. Viewers today understand the influencer economy, and they know that creators are usually getting paid to make these videos. It is not about pretending the work is unpaid. It is about working with creators who actually care and have a believable point of view. The real shift is that you do not just need generic UGC, you need the right creators and formats to tell stories people are already leaning toward. Let us break down what actually separates converting content from those forgettable low-cost clips you buy on random marketplaces. First, the hook is non-negotiable because you absolutely have to stop the scroll in the first 3 seconds. Meta uses those first few moments to decide who sees your creative, and if you do not snag attention quickly, nothing else matters. The hook is not just copy, it is visual, it is text overlay, and it is pure energy. Think of your hook like a micro-story, a shock, a promise, or a super specific pain point. Next is modular content, which I often build as interchangeable building blocks for my scripts. That way you can mix and match creators, compile best performing parts into fresh assets, and scale way faster. Typical modules include the hook, the problem agitator, the solution intro, benefits, social proof, and a call to action. Treat each as its own little clip that can be tested independently or stitched together into multiple variants. Then there is the creator sniff test. Within 3 seconds of watching someone's footage, I can usually tell if they will work for the brand. Ask yourself, does the creator show up for their audience? Are they vulnerable? And are they genuinely hyped? The creators who win are already making content about that niche, and they are not just trying to cash out. As a brand, you should always vet for enthusiasm and subject matter fit. Finally, you need dynamic B-roll because a testimonial alone often won't carry a heavy ad. You want pieces that make your creative feel alive, like close-ups, context shots, and lifestyle inserts. If you don't have the budget for multiple shoots, stock clips can fill the gaps perfectly. Meta's algorithm loves variety, so you need to test wide and often with different formats. Problem solution is the classic and scalable option where you start with a relatable pain, then introduce your product as the fix. Tutorials are great for beauty, tools, or software. Anything with a clear utility that disguises itself as organic value. Honest reviews let creators bring their own point of view and handle objections naturally. Comparison videos, brand versus brand, or approach versus approach, work really well for competitive categories. Ugly ads are low production, raw, single-take clips that stop the scroll because they look out of place in a feed full of polished ads. If you are new, audit what your competitors are running, but please do not just copy them blindly. If a creator has an established voice, let them lead the way rather than forcing line-by-line scripts. You can improve what you don't measure, but remember that data without context is misleading. I use a 4-step loop: look at metrics, audit the content, compare against performers, and gather feedback. Metrics tell you whether the creative is working, while hook rates and retention rates show if the story is actually resonating. The real upside to modern workflows is speed. Find viral moments in long videos and chop them into testable modules. Trends to watch beyond 2025 include the rise of micro-creators and the continued demand for raw human authenticity. Creator content that scales is unique, iterative, and obsessed with the audience. If you found this helpful, like and subscribe to the channel. Those tiny actions actually help me a ton. I am pushing to hit 100,000 subscribers this year, so let's make it happen together.